Hey everybody, Lord Tremendous here. Got a battle report here for you. I typically don't do these this quick normally, but I'm going on vacation and I will be gone for a couple of weeks, so this will be the last anything that comes from me for a little while. Just hey, it's the summer. Kids are out of school. I've got to consider family and keep Mrs. Tremendous happy and the little Tremendouses. So yes, this is a treat and kind of a I'll see you soon. I'm not quitting or anything like that. I'm literally going out of town for a couple of weeks and I won't have my laptop with me. But don't worry about it because I leave you with a really good 221 and this is a really good 222. So yeah, 2,500 point battle. Lord Tremendous of the Undead Legion versus Stone Master of the Dwarves. So sit back, relax, and get ready to listen to the sultry tones of my voice as I guide you through this journey.
Assemble the army!
Here's my list, and there has been some changes. Not huge, but some. I still have my Vampire Lord, Lord Tremendous. He's still a cannonball-catching level 3 wizard with heavy armor shield on a Coven throne with the Sword of Might, Dragon Helm, Talisman of Preservation, Other Trickster Shard, Aura of Dark Majesty, Red Fury, and Allure Shadow. I also have my Master Necromancer, Queen Elizabeth. She's a level 4 wizard. She now has the Spell Scroll and Lore Vampire. She lost the Talisman of Endurance. My hero choices are my Tomb Prince, Dark Vincent, with a great weapon and the Armor of Destiny. I decided a 4-up ward save is better than a 2-up armor, just simply because that's what I decided. Whether or not it was a good call, well, I don't know yet. And then I have my Tomb Herald, Sinister Jeffrey. He has switched from a White King to a Tomb Herald because of the points difference. And I wanted to use the Herald's ability to basically act as a charm shield, kinda, to my Tomb Prince so that my skeletons could possibly stay weapon skill 5 just a little bit longer. He has the Sword of Anti-Heroes, Charm Shield, Seed of Rebirth, and the Iron Curse icon. My core choices have slightly changed as well. I have a unit of 5 Dire Wolves, and now I have 2 units of Skeleton Horsemen Archers with banners. Just simply because I like the 1 unit of Skeleton Horsemen Archers with a banner very much. I didn't really have a use for the zombies anymore, so I dropped them, and instead I put a unit of Horsemen Archers in there because I like the idea of having 2 units that scout. The 5 extra shots are important. I still keep the banner, so Fortitude stays up. It seemed like a good idea. I'm going with it. I'll let you know what I think. I still have my unit of 58 Skeleton Warriors. The Fateless, still toying with new names for them, so give me time. They have a full command and hand weapon shield. And I still have my 13 Skeleton Archers, the Queen's Guard, with full command. My special choices are a unit of 10 Black Knights, Tarnished Valor, with full command, Barded Lances, and the Banner of Swiftness. That sounds weird. They are Barded Steeds, and they have lances. They're not Barded Lances. That doesn't make any sense. And I still have my Spirit Host, the Whispers of Pain. For my rare choices, I'm trying out a Black Coach. I kind of like the fluff, and Toughness 6, 3-up, 4-up. Sounds good. I want to see what he can do. I like the idea of powering him up. Seems like a cool idea. I want to try it out. And so I know it's a chariot and I really dislike chariots, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. It's a free country. I want to try it. So yeah, I'm going for it. And of course, the obligatory Casket of Souls, or the Altar of Tremendous. Here's my opponent's list, which is as follows. He's still got his Dwarf Lord with Grommel armor and a shield. He's on shield bearers. He's got a runic weapon with the Master Rune of Swiftness and the Rune of Might. And he's got runic armor, Master Rune of Gromrel. His hero choices are a butt-naked Master Engineer, a Runesmith with the Rune of Spellbreaking, another Runesmith with a Rune of Spellbreaking ×2 and a Rune of the Furnace, and a third Runesmith with the Runic Talisman Spellbreaking ×2. Yeah, I know, you're shocked. 3 Dispel Scrolls, 2 of which will destroy the spell, and I think it's a 4-up? Crazy. He's also got a Thane, who's his BSB with a shield, and he's got the Runic Banner with the Master Rune of Valia, V-word, and this Rune of Stoicism. So they're like stubborn, and I think he gets a +2 to Dispel. His core choice is a unit of 44 Longbeards with full command and a Rune of Stoicism. And his special choices are a unit of 29 Ironbreakers with full command and the Rune of Slowness ×2, a Gyrocopter, and 2 cannons. Both have the rune of foraging, one has the rune of burning. His rare choice, of course, is the organ gun with the rune of accuracy and the rune of burning. Here are my spells, which are what you're looking at. And here's deployment. I put my chariot on the left flank there. That's my black coach. I don't own a black coach. I honestly don't even know where I would get one, so I figured I'd just I'd convert build one. But I wanted to try it out before I put all that wasted effort into chariots, which I'm currently not thrilled with. So I'm trying it out. It's a proxy for this game, so it's a chariot. What can you do? My skeleton warriors and my dogs, they're there just kind of like the dogs are going to redirect the iron breakers possibly into that impassable terrain with a little luck, so that my skeleton warriors could hopefully go after a much depleted unit of longbeards, because I see longbeards, I immediately assume stubborn. If they're not stubborn, then that's just crazy. But I knew it was going to be a hell of a fight. He did roll to see how his army felt about my army, and he rolled a 6, so they hate everything about me, and I guess that's warranted. My Coven Throne is kind of hiding a little bit behind the impassable terrain just in case he goes first, so his one cannon can't get an easy shot at me. My Black Knights, they're just going to go through the terrain. Same thing, if the cannons shoot this turn, if he goes first, which he probably will, I wanted to make sure that my Black Knights had an easy, or it made it very difficult for him to get any kind of a shot at my Black Knights. Also, they can just go right through the rock next turn and get that much closer to his cannon. So there is that. Casket, archers, and spirit hosts are on the right flank there to just try to swoop around, and I say swoop, move around as fast as they can to try to get War Machine Hill up there. And as you can see in the top right corner, I have my 2 units of scouts. And their job is to just pelt his cannon until it's dead, and then just try to work on War Machine Hill. Maybe even get the Master Engineer before he can do any real damage. That was the hope. Here's my opponent's right flank, which consists of a huge unit of Longbeards with 2 runesmiths and BSB installed. And right next to them is his unit of Ironbreakers with the other runesmith and the general, his Dwarf Lord, in there. Also, you can kind of see the cannon on the hill. And here's the center. From left to right, there's his Master Engineer. In front of him is his organ gun. That weird pasty thing in the middle, there's his gyrocopter. It kept falling off, so we just said screw it. And his other cannon is just out in the open. And here's his left flank, which consists of my 2 units of scouts. Here's my right flank, which consists of my Spirit Host, my Archers, my Black Knights, and my Casket. And you can kind of see my Coven Throne. Well, you can see it pretty well once it goes over, I guess. And here's my center, which consists of my dogs, my skeleton warriors with level 4 White King, or I'm sorry, not White King, Tomb Herald and Tomb Prince installed, as well as my proxied Black Coach. Here's top 1 after movement, and lo and behold, he goes first. And the dwarves sprint 6 inches straight towards me. During the magic phase, nothing, we're going shooting, and his organ gun was just in range. I misjudged it or something, and yeah, he was just in range, and his organ gun unloads into my scouts and obliterates the unit before they can do anything. Completely my fault, and he did what he should have done. Then his cannons, cannon 1 fires right at the Black Knights, hits them no problem, killing 2. And then Lord Tremendous. It almost looked like the cannonball was going to miss him, and he dove off the Coven Throne to catch it, and takes 5 wounds, and dies a horrible, horrible death. Just info you, it was a flaming attack. I have the Dragon Helm on this guy. Didn't even bother to ask if this cannon was flaming or not. Didn't think about it until like turn 6, and by then it was way too late. But yeah, my general would have survived this shot if I had just remembered what he had on him. I'm such a dumbass sometimes. So, yeah. The Coven Throne didn't get wounded. He rolled a 1 to wound the Coven Throne, which is kind of nice. But yeah, my general would have survived had I just remembered I had the Dragon Helm on this guy. So, I'm an idiot. I blame myself. C'est la vie. So we go over here to bottom of 1 after movement because, there's nothing really else going on. And now that I can't march anymore, I've got a huge traffic jam on my right flank. My left flank just kind of stays put. I sit there hoping that I can just Maybe he'll keep failing charges because it's only movement 3. Maybe he'll fail charges or whatever. I back up just a little bit. Well, actually, I come forward a little bit just to kind of feint, and then I was just going to back up as much as I could, and hopefully he'll fail charges until turn 6, and I can just do points denial to death. Other than that, my Coven Throne just kind of peeks out because I just don't care anymore. The Black Knights, Skeleton Archers, and the Spirit Host move up as fast as they can because I need to deal with War Machine Hill before they do any more damage. Nothing happens in Magic because he has 3 runes of spell breaking, and I think I gave him 6 dispel dice, and I'm rolling like stuff. So he dispels everything I have, no problem. I am not able, or he is not able to destroy any of my spells, but he is able to stop them. So we go over here to top of 2, and not much. The Dwarves move up another 6 inches, and he starts measuring for cannon shots. Cannon number 1 fires and kills off one of my Black Knights. It was a pretty good shot nonetheless. And other than that, nothing happens in the shooting phase. I get lucky. So we go over here to bottom of 2 after movement. And the Knights and Spirit Hosts move up. The Archers move up. My Coven Throne stays put. And my dogs and my skeletons back up a few inches just because it's like, nope, nope, don't want any piece of that. Once again, thanks to Spellbreaker runes and Dispel dice, he's able to stop everything that I do. I have no real shooting, so we go into top of 3 after movement. And you're looking at it. The Dwarves, both units, try to charge me and fail. So yeah, the Dwarves fail those charges, which is good. That's part of the plan. The little gyrocopter down there you can see is it's in perfect position to just kill off my dogs and my skeleton warriors at his leisure. And other than that, nothing happens. There's a better picture of his Dwarves, both bricks, failing a charge, which is useful. And during the shooting phase, his gyrocopter does its little flamey template, kills a couple of skeletons and 3 dogs. And then another cannonball comes bounding through, kills only 1 Black Knight this time, and one of my skeleton archers, which, whatever. So we go over here to bottom of 3 after movement, and my Black Knights charge, and thank God they make it into that cannon, and I say screw it. We've decided to adopt the GT rules with war machines and everything like that, so I take the funky angle. Doesn't matter, even if I roll boxcars, I can't hit the organ gun, but I can get right up next to the damn thing, and since I'm in short range anyway, why not? So yeah, we're there. My scouts move up just a little bit, because why not? It gives me a better shot at the Master Engineer. And my Spirit Hosts move up to back up the play on the Black Knights. My dogs move up to redirect his Iron Breakers just in case he starts rolling really high. The Coven Throne backs up behind the impassable terrain so that his cannon and organ gun can't obliterate me next turn. And the Skeleton Warriors back up, and the Black Coach stays up on the hill so that when he charges, I have high ground. There's a better picture of my Black Knights finally slamming into the cannon, and I need to silence this thing once and for all. During the magic phase, I'm able to 3 dice, Curse of Years on his Longbeards, killing 5. He has magic res in there, and he was able to save some of it. What kills me about this is it's a miscast. I rolled 3 dice at it, and I rolled 2 6s. I roll a miscast. So I miscast 4, no less.
No! You must not read from the book!
And get friggin' obliterated. I kill 14 skeleton warriors, and my caster, my last remaining caster, goes into the warp. At this point, I'm so furious with my dice. Not my opponent, not anyone that was there. Nobody's doing anything wrong. So furious with my dice right now. I'm just like, you know what? If I'm going to give these dice one more game. One more game after this. If they fail me again, I'm throwing them away. I'm just getting rid of them forever because it's time. I've used up all the good rolls that they had in them, and it's just not worth the frustration. 14 of my skeleton warriors die, and my level 4 gets imploded and goes into the warp for retraining. So frustrating. So much else is going wrong in this game. For this to occur because of just crappy dice rolls makes me sick. So yeah, not only did I blow away 14 friggin' skeleton warriors, they have no way to bring them back. Just unbelievable. So we go over into shooting, and the scouts are able to slip 1 wound through on the Master Engineer, which was nice. And then I don't remember what shoots at these guys or what happens, but Ironbreaker dies, and yay. Then over here in combat, the Black Knights are able to obliterate the cannon, thank God, and they overrun like 11 inches, so it was really nice. But as you can see, they are right in front of the organ gun, which means either the organ gun is going to obliterate my unit next turn or get obliterated. Either way, something's going to die, and I'm excited to see who. So we go over here to top of 4 after movement, and the dwarves eat the bait and slam into the dogs, and that's fine. The other dwarves tried to charge my skeleton warriors and failed, which was also part of the plan, which is outstanding. Other than that, he's dwarves. He didn't move. There's a better picture of his Ironbreaker slamming into my dogs, and that's fine. And there's a better picture of his Longbeards failing a charge at my skeleton warriors, which is also fine. During the shooting phase, the gyrocopter obliterates 2 skeleton warriors, and yeah, I'm actually surprised it wasn't more. And the organ gun flubs a little bit, is only able to kill, I think, 2 of my Black Knights, and really I only need 2 to get in here to deal with these things. In combat, lo and behold, the Dwarf Lord has no problem taking out 2 dogs, and then they overrun like 10 inches and end up right where you're looking. And then we go over here to bottom of 4, and I charge, because why not? Everything else is going swimmingly. My Skeleton Warriors, tired of fleeing, because there's just no point anymore, charge into the Longbeards and make it. My Coven Throne only needed a mother frickin' 8 in order to make the charge, and I failed. So I rolled like a 6 or something really bad. Yes, rolling 3 dice and taking the 2 highest. It was really, really pathetic. I end up right where I'm at because I can't stop inside the dangerous terrain, so you stop an inch away, and perfect. Now the Ironbreakers are right there. I'm dead. Oh, well, I guess things were going too well. I did win my last 2 games, right? So what can you do? It is what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My Black Knights charge into the organ gun and just barely make it. And the Spirit Hosts move up and the Scouts move up just to back the play of the Black Knights. There's a better picture. Oh yeah, my Black Knight, or my Black Coach made it in too, so that was kind of nice. But the Black Coach and the Skeleton Warriors make it into the Longbeards, and we'll see what happens. And then there's a better picture of my Coven Throne failing a very easy charge. Who knows? Maybe it knew something I don't. And there's a better picture of my Black Knights making it into the organ gun. It doesn't look like they moved, but they did. It's just physics won't let them sit on that hill. During the magic phase, just because I have like no magic left, I get irresistible yet again on 2d6. The little bound power spell on the Coven Throne that allows you to reroll wounds. Not great. The little thing disintegrates, but whatever. That's fine because it's probably going to die next turn anyway. And then over here, my dice. Oh, how I'd love to just bash them in a vice. I flubbed. The 2 or 3 guys that could get into combat flubbed. I wasn't able to wound or hit or anything. I charge and have a banner. He's not able to do anything back. He's stubborn and makes his check no problem. Then over here, it's the worst parts of the Bible. These guys just destroy me. The one positive is my Black Coach was able to killing blow his Runesmith. Not that the Runesmith hadn't already used his Spellbreaker rune or anything like that. And he does still have another Runesmith in here. But yeah, I'm able to do very little to the Longbeards. He's able to just obliterate tons of skeletons. That hatred really helped him a lot. And not to mention, you know, with the Runesmith in there having armor piercing going right through what little armor they have, he was able to decimate this unit quite spectacularly. And in the end, I have about 23 models left in the unit with no hope whatsoever of breaking them, which is really frustrating. So, disappointed as hell, we go into top of 5 after movement, and the Ironbreakers slam into the Coven Throne, the Gyrocopter comes to take potshots at the casket, and everything else he has is a War Machine or in combat. Well, that's not true. His Master Engineer moves out of the way so that my Black Knights can't overrun into him. Nothing happens in shooting, so we go into combat, and my Black Knights are able to kill the organ gun, and they just reform to face the cannon, which is nice. And then over here, my throne flubs. I mean, no fault of anything of anyone's but mine. I flub. I'm not able to do anything to the Dwarf Lord, and the Dwarf Lord is able to easily put like 2 wounds through on me, 2 or 3, I can't remember how many. But with charge, banner, 3 ranks, and all the other shenanigans, the Coven Throne disintegrates, and they do overrun, I think, like 3 or 4 inches. It's not much, but it is what it is. I kind of deserve this. Then over here in combat, it goes a little bit better. I'm able to kill his BSB, which was nice. My Herald got into a challenge with him. I was able to, what's it called? Killing blow him. So that was something. And his rest of his army, though, is able to destroy most of my army. Most of it is dead, as you can see. I think I have the Tomb Prince, the White King, and like 4 skeletons left, and I can't do anything about it. So we go over here to bottom of 5 after movement, and since I don't know how to quit, the Black Knights charge into the cannon. My scouts get a better direction so that they can deal with the Master Engineer, and if the scouts fail to wound him, my Spirit Host is right there, ready to charge the Master Engineer next turn, and hopefully get the points for him. Other than that, the casket just takes one final look at the Ironbreakers and accepts his fate. Other than that, there's nothing. There's a better picture. Oh, I'm sorry. During the shooting phase, the scouts shoot at the engineer and kill him, which is very nice. And then we go into combat, and I'm able to destroy the final cannon, and then they turn to face. They aren't really there. They're up on the hill, but just so that nothing got knocked over or broke, we moved them forward on the hill. Anybody who's played a game totally understands. Then over here, I'm able to do nothing. I'm sorry, I did not kill his BSB last turn. I killed his unit champion. His BSB was fine. But in this turn, I just get obliterated. Nothing good happens at all. I kill a few more Longbeards. He kills the rest of my Skeleton Warriors. I think he takes out my Tomb Herald. And in the end, the Tomb Prince just doesn't have enough left to withstand the combat res. He crumbles into nothing. I do 1 wound with the curse. And, of course, I fail to wound with it. So, outstanding. So we go over here to top of 6 after movement, and the Ironbreakers charge right on into the casket. My only hope is that the casket explodes and kills his gyrocopter. That's it. Everything else stays put. There's a better picture of his Ironbreaker slamming into my casket, and, well, it was inevitable. Foregoing any kind of shenanigans, we go straight into combat, and yeah, the Dwarf Lord, I think, is able to do 3 wounds all by himself to this thing, and that's not a surprise. And it explodes, but nothing happens. So there it is. There's the end of the game. The casket ended up not rolling a 4 up to wound either of the 2 units that were within 12 inches. So what can you do? We thought about going over in the bottom of 6, but there's no point. Everything I have left is out of range. I'm not charging my knights into the back of his Longbeards. That's just crazy. I know by now they're stubborn, and the way I'm rolling, I'm not going to do enough with 8 attacks to do anything to these Longbeards. My scouts weren't going to get in range or anything. My archers could shoot Longbeards, but their immune psychology is not like they're going to flee, and it's not like they're going to go off the table even if they do flee. So there's nothing to do. There's no point in moving on, so we just called it, and yeah, there you go. But very frustrating with the dice. Fun game, don't get me wrong. I learned a lot. Not a huge fan of the black coach or anything like that, but we'll explain that in a minute. And yeah, this could have gone a lot better, but I'm also not really used to seeing, fighty dwarf lists. I thought for most of the game that those were quarrelers. Not that that would have really been any better. I mean, the Longbeards had hand weapon shield, and they're friggin' Longbeards, so whatever. But the Quarrelers, I think, would have done pretty much the same thing. I blame this one on my piss poor tactics and bad dice, and my opponent playing me. So can't fault him for it or nothing. But we'll get to the recap. Well, more of the recap in a second, because right now this game is over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Hey guys, you know these tokens, you've seen them 100 times, and you know what? Every time you see them, if you haven't bought them yet, you're just wasting time. Get these tokens. all of the lores of whatever spell you're casting, all the wound counters. You see me use them in every single game, and you've never heard me since I've been using the counters going, I can't remember how many wounds I had, or what spell was on this guy, or whatever. And they're flawless. They're awesome. You're the envy of everyone you play against. Send Token Gal an email. Get these tokens. They're dirt cheap, but they're solid gold quality, guys. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. A lot of people have already ordered them, and nobody's returned any. Nobody's even asked to return any. All they do is they order more. Get yours. Get them soon. You're wasting time, and these are totally worth it. Tell her Tremendous sent you. Hey guys, I got another great deal for you. Movement trays. We all use them. We all need them. If you're watching this report, you have some or you need some. And do I have the vendor for you? This guy makes solid metal movement trays. I mean, cuts them to your specifications using a galvanized metal. It's not that cheap, thin, weak aluminum. This stuff is sturdy. I'm using them. I used them all throughout this game. Take a look at the pictures. They're all in there. I love these trays. They're metal, so they auto-magnetize. You know, well, provided you put magnets on your guys. And he does them dirt cheap, guys. I'm telling you. He's got an eBay page. There's an email on here. Get a hold of this guy. Get yourself some movement trays and get yourself organized. You're going to be thrilled. You can paint them. You can do everything. These things are awesome. My local game store guy is literally in contact with this guy so that he can become a vendor. That's how high quality these things are. So I'm telling you guys, give this guy an email. Check out his eBay page. Get yourself some movement trays and stop playing like a Neanderthal. Tell him Tremendous sent you. You won't regret it. Yeah, that's right. I don't know if you were paying attention or not, but we got a few new pictures. So not only does Unleashed Wargaming paint amazing models for commission and stuff like that, send him an email. He does excellent work, as you've seen from the pictures. Not only does he do all the different Magic lore cards for Warhammer Fantasy, I mean every lore. You want Storms of Magic? Send him an email. You want Lore of Fire? Send him an email. You want every lore that's ever been out in 8th edition? Send him an email. These things are solid. They're laminated. They're on cardstock. They're Photoshop made. They're amazing. And they're good. They're well priced, guys. I'm telling you. And now he's also doing 40K cards. The psychic stuff or whatever. I don't play 40K, but if you do, there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with it if you don't get these cards and if you don't have your models painted by them. Just throwing it out there. Just, you know, you may, if you feel guilty, that's because you know you're wrong. But send this guy an email, get your models looking good, get the cards that you need, get your real game going, and tell him Tremendous sent you. You're not going to regret it. That's right. You knew this was coming eventually. In conjunction with Unleashed Wargaming and Lonehammer, we have opened an online store with hats, shirts, and I think that's it for right now. Maybe dice and stuff like that later on, as well as other gear, maybe, you know, dice cups, whatever. We'll think of something. But we're doing a trial thing. For the next month and a half or so, we're going to have this online store. The website is here. It'll be in the description of the page and everything like that. But yeah, if you want a t-shirt, if you want a hat, if you want to wear paraphernalia, by all means, head over to this store, check it out, get yourself some Lord Tremendous gear. God knows I have. and yeah, this is your chance. If you like Lonehammer, if you like Unleashed Wargaming, if you like Lord Tremendous, you can get this stuff. And if you don't like us, you can get it and you can set it on fire and send it to us as a threat. It's awesome. But yeah, go to the website. It'll be here. It's on this channel obviously, or on the description, and get yourself some gear. We're going to try it out for a month and see how it goes, and if it keeps up, then we'll keep adding to it, and if not, well, we'll pretend like we never did it. But yeah, guys, by all means, and if there's anything you want to see on the store or anything like that, throw it in the comments section, and if we like it, we'll make it happen. So, yep, like I've already pretty much, if you couldn't tell at home, this was a defeat for Lord Tremendous. I ended up getting like 935 points out of him. He got a whopping 2,078 out of me for a difference of 1,143. He massacred me back into my baser elements, and good on him. I ended up losing Lord Tremendous because he's diving for cannonballs, and I forget that he has a dragon helm because I'm a moron. Elizabeth kills herself. Vincent and Jeffrey both died to the Longbeards. My dogs died. My scouts died. My skeleton warriors died. My casket died, and my black coach evaporated. The dwarves ended up losing one runesmith, his engineer, 2 cannons, and his organ gun. So I got some of them, just not the meaty parts. Just once, I wish that my 4-up ward would work. I would also like to remember the gear that I have on my guys, and realizing that that cannonball was flaming would have been very useful. I blame myself. I should have asked, but it just didn't occur to either of us until turn 6 when I was like, wait, that cannon, is it flaming? And he goes, yeah, why? Fudge! I had rolled a 3, in case you're wondering. But, yeah, what can you do? I didn't say fudge, by the way. But, yeah, what can you do? What can you do? That is on me. I should have said something. I should have asked, hey, is it flaming by chance? I know better than that, but my shoulders are so comfortable that once I'm sitting on them, it's hard to get me off of them. Dice were really killing me this game. A miscast 4 on a 3 dice attempt really ate at my soul. Losing my level 4 was terrible. Not being able to hit or wound or make saves was terrible. Not remembering what saves I was entitled to was terrible, so that was on me. But in the end, I was really disappointed in myself with this game. Made a lot of just bad decisions, and dice couldn't, the dice, if they had been rolling out of the box, might have helped me. If they had rolled average, maybe I'd have had a little bit better, but poor Skeleton Warriors just took the brunt of it, and I blame myself. But my opponent, played the exact opposite. He played very well, played to his army's strengths. He rammed his dwarves straight down my throat since turn 1. There was no hesitation. There was no second guessing. Just forward, die. I had deployed piss poor, I had played piss poor, and my opponent took full advantage of all of it. And good on him. That's exactly what he should have done, and I ate the axe I deserve to eat. My Coven Throne failing the charge at the end really hurt, but I got to be honest with you, even if I had made it, I don't know if it really would have done anything. I probably, hopefully, I'm guessing, would have maybe survived a little bit longer, but the way I was losing models, more than likely, the Coven Throne would have just been obliterated, and it would have worked out the same way either way, so what can you do? The Black Coach was mostly powered up. I think it ate 4 dice before it died, so it had a decent amount of stuff, but it was extremely disappointing. Like, the whole time, like, when I finally got into combat, and I realized how few attacks the chariot actually had, was really disappointing. I mean, the strength was nice, the toughness was nice, but it doesn't do anything in combat. It's got, like, 2 or 3 attacks from the Karn Wraith, it always strikes last, and 2 attacks from the Nightmares at like strength 5. Like, yeah, they have Killing Blow, but they're flaming. So, if you have Dragon Helm, Dragonbane Gem, Dragon Armor, Rune of Burning or Forging or whatever it is, which I'm sure he ended up having and stuff like that, it's really nerfed. I was shockingly disappointed with the Black Coach. I really thought it would be a good choice, and well, like I said, I make a lot of stupid decisions, but I'm gonna try it. I resolved to try it in my next game. I didn't want to change the list or anything like that, because I did also realize I played very poorly this game. But as much as I whine about my playing, we still had a lot of fun. I was frustrated at my dice, but who hasn't been? If you've ever played a game of Warhammer and you played 3 out of one of those 3 games, you were pissed off at your dice, and it's just part of the joys. What can I tell you? But we still had a lot of fun. This is still a really good game. This is still a really good opponent, and I'm looking forward to the rematch where I can kill some dwarves that desperately have it coming for what they did to me. Bastards. But yeah, that's going to do it for this game, number 222. Keep in mind, I will be out of town for a while, so this will be the last tremendous goodness you get for a little while. I hope to be back around the 15th. Hopefully have another battle report up around then. As always, though, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I will get back to them a little bit later than I usually do, just like I said, because I'll be on vacation. But I will get back to you because I do enjoy the banter. And I'm sure you guys have many things to say about this game. And you're right. You're just right. You're right. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm done. Thanks.